Hello everybody, this is Granny. I've been taking a little break, but I'm back, so I'm going to show you a drive that we took about a month ago, and then a more recent one, so you can see the change in the trees. This was a little drive we took down to Kapowsin Lake. Kapowsin is a year-long lake for you fishermen out there. You'll need your fishing license and, of course, a Discover Pass to visit there, though. But it's well worth the trip. It's one of the better fishing lakes in the area. This was during mid-November, and the trees were in all their glories. It was really a pretty day. This is the drive along Oroville Road in case you're wanting to take this trip someday. It's really a pretty scenic drive. Now this is a separate trip. We're on our way down to Alder Lake on the road that passes La Grande and ends up in Elby. It's also the one that most people take when they go to Mount Rainier Park. This drive offers a lot of beautiful vistas out over the valley, and you can get a pretty good view of the dam from here. Here's a view of the dam. It's a hydroelectric dam that's owned by the Tacoma Power Company, and the water from the lake is used for electricity. And here we are coming into Elby. Elby's a really interesting little touristy town, and it's worth the drive to come out and see it. There's a really neat little general store where you can get huckleberry ice cream. This is also where they have the tiny church, which was built by the original settlers 100 years ago, and it's pretty interesting to see. Now we're coming into Ashford. Ashford's another really neat little historic town, and for people that like to mountain climb, it's a beautiful stopover. There's a store here that caters to all the mountaineering needs, and there's an old grocery store that's been here for a long time. I've done a video about Ashford before, and go over and watch that. You'll see a lot of the interesting things to see in Ashford. Ashford is only 5 miles from Mount Rainier Park, but before you get to the park, you'll come to Forest Road 52, which will take you to Skate Creek. Skate Creek's one of our favorite places to visit. This area is part of the Gifford-Pinchot Forest Reserve, and it's a beautiful place to visit. It's also got open camping, so you can camp here without paying a fee, but there aren't any facilities. There's no restrooms or trash containers or anything like that. You have to pack in and pack out. And please, please, please be respectful of the place. The road is about 23 miles long and doesn't remain open year-round, so if you're going there in the winter, you need to check to make sure that it's open. Uh, it's an interesting drive, and it's got a lot of beautiful scenery along the way, and leads you to Packwood, which is a really nice little town. They've got some restaurants there and a couple little shops, and a couple of times a year they have a big flea market, which is fun to go to. If you're interested, the flea markets are held during Labor Day and Memorial Day, so if you would check out, that's an interesting place to do a day trip. If you can see the trees here, it's because they've been reforested and they plant all the same kind of trees. They used to do them in rows. At least they don't do that anymore. But it always looks funny to see all the trees that are exactly the same and always it's the same height. Now this is a later trip that we took down Skate Creek, and you can tell that the leaves are off the trees now, and it's truly is winter. Well, we're headed home now, and I hope you enjoyed the drive. It's very relaxing to me to drive around in Washington State because of all the beautiful trees and scenery. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.